Hey, what's up, crypto legends? How is everybody doing? This is the higher time frame on Bitcoin, and yeah, we'll be focusing on lower time frame as well, but there are some higher time frame scenarios that I want to talk about. Of course, the incredible bearish case scenario and obviously the bullish case scenario. There is some great news and some not that great news that I want to talk about in today's live stream. So make sure to stay tuned, guys. Smash up that like button on your way in. Help the algorithm if you do enjoy the content. If you want to continue seeing me on YouTube during the next coming weeks and months. And if you don't want to see me more, then obviously I will see that with the like button being very, very low, guys. And let's go quickly through the comment section. Say hello to the community, the people that are jumping in. Stock market getting a little bit of a hit today, but obviously it's just a bit of a correction, right? If we do zoom out, it's not very much of a dump. This was a very large dump that we had the first week of August. When we do zoom in, of course, it does look like it is a significant drop on the stock market, but overall, just a little bit of a major correction to sweep up the lows that we've had during this week, right? So we've just claimed the lows of this week. Okay, so we could be holding this level in the next coming hours between today and tomorrow. Of course, if we were going to be closing beneath this area, then obviously it won't be looking too great. But obviously, stock market getting that corrective move. The main reason why it was getting a lot of resistance from this consolidation here. When we do take a look at the stock market, zooming out, we do see that we were struggling with the 0.88 Fibonacci with a high volume node that we have from this consolidation created in July. So there's a nice consolidation here for a couple of weeks right over here at this zone. We can see that high volume node getting that resistance the last couple of days and also hitting the 0.88 Fibonacci, kind of the ultimate limit zone. So this could bring a corrective move without a doubt, okay, possibly down to the 618. That's what happens a lot of the times. You come all the way up to the 0.88 Fibonacci and you retrace down to the 618 where you could be finding some support and then continue to the upside. But overall, a lot of resistance here. You do have that high volume node, as you can see from that week of July, and we've been struggling the last few days at this level. Today getting that pretty decent pullback, and Bitcoin also taking a little bit of a pullback. Okay, not major dump, but overall, you know, dropping down $1,000 since that pump yesterday. We can talk about yesterday, you know, bump and run scenario happening. There's not much to talk about this, guys. It played out very, very nicely. Got a lot of volatility as we were having the stock market open as well. We want to stay aware with the stock market open, guys. I attempted a long position, got stopped out today. With the Legends trading community, not every day is great, right? Not every day. We just need to manage risk. So I cannot come up here and say, look at this massive trade. It was epic. This one, right? Consistent, you know, just, hey, only profits and profits. No, we do have bad days as well. Well, bad days, we just get stopped out, right? And just, you know, this is what happened today. You know, yesterday, epic, long trade, very nice. With the Legends trading community, talking about the invalidation point here beneath 58,800, which was just about to get stopped out with this wick to the downside. But overall, the target zone was coming above $61,000, just holding overnight that position, right, and playing out very, very nicely, of course, to hit the take profit zone, which is basically get above the bump and run pattern. So overall, very, very, very nice trade yesterday from this area with stop loss beneath this low, which was just about to get hit. But overall, taking, you know, the price to the limit. And finally, the volatility here. We didn't know if it was going to be a fake out. Overall, on yesterday's live stream, I explained if this high were to be taken, that there was going to be a higher probability of the price going to high, you know, basically to $61,000, right? So overall analysis here played out very, very nicely. I want to explain here a stop loss situation that happened today. Everything was looking good. However, when the stock market opened, we had a bit of volatility to the downside, right? And this is what triggered the stop loss. But there was a massive confluence level. I'm going to explain where I entered, where I got stopped out, and you know, what was the target zone. It was just basically a scalp setup, guys. Okay, we need to talk about you know, why did you enter? Where did you get stopped out? Where you were targeting. Okay, we need to talk about the bad trades as well. We love to talk about good trades. You know, most of the time they are very good trades, but also they are bad trades. And I want to explain the one that I got in today, which was a high confluence level. It was basically today's point of control. Okay, today's point of control. It was previous day value area high as well. Today's point of control. We were having VWAP. Okay, at this zone. Really nice solid level. We were hitting the 382 Fibonacci from pivot low to the pivot high. Really nice area right over here, getting a little bit of a reaction. We were having bullish CVD divergence from all of these higher lows right over here. Okay, so there were bullish CVD divergence on the CVD. We were forming some pretty aggressive lower lows. So it seemed like all of the planets were aligning for a beautiful reaction. You know, you're getting those higher lows right there on the price action and very aggressive lower lows on the CVD, you know, giving the chance of, hey, let's try and get that bounce, and, you know, triggered that long position as we were getting the reaction here at the previous day value area high, today's point of control. Everything pointed out, okay, we're getting the reaction, we're getting a bit of a few wicks right there. I was expecting a bounce at least to this level, right? It was just a small little scalp, just $400-500 of a move to the upside to hit that daily open, right? Daily open was right over there where we were getting some resistance and some support today. Daily open today was at $61,142. It did provide resistance. It did provide support. We broke through from that level. We were getting to the previous day value area high, today's point of control, the VWAP, and bullish CVD divergence. And I was looking at this level. Okay, you know, the confluence that we do have here is, it looks very good. Price is wicking. It's getting a reaction. Okay, we're getting those wicks. I'm expecting a reversal to at least the daily open, and then possibly look for a short position depending on the reaction here in the bearish CVD divergence, then looking for a kind of a head and shoulder structure. Stop loss was beneath this low, finally got that volatility, and this was exactly when the stock market opened, right? We had the New York Open, and as a trader, we really want to be aware when we have the New York Open. It could bring that volatility. Lately, the New York Open has been pump and dump, dump and pump, right? Very volatile, and it seems like Bitcoin, you know, really got that volatility from the New York Open. So really, my bad as a trader. We need to be very cautious when we have the New York Open. We just get that, you know, very nasty volatility, stop hunt scenario. So got stopped out on this long position, but just so you can see, the confluence was there. These are the kind of levels that I like to speculate on a long position. We don't need to give a stop loss, you know, massively here to the downside or add to position or any of that. Stop loss was beneath this low. Was expecting this level to hold based on the confluence. VWAP, previous day value area high. It was today's highest volume node. We had the 382 Fibonacci from this rise. We're getting the reaction. We're getting bullish CVD divergence. It's, you know, you have all of everything, all of the confluence that you could believe, you know, to get that. Even though a small little bounce, this was a scalp. I was happy to take profit at this area, but that bounce did not happen with the New York Open getting that volatility to the downside, dragging the price of Bitcoin. So sometimes, you know, you need to give a little bit back to the market. Thank God that we got an epic trade yesterday, which was this move to the upside, obviously. So the gains from yesterday was much better than today's little stop loss. But sometimes you just need to give a little bit back to the market, guys. So something that I wanted to talk about on the live stream today, right? We cannot always talk about everything's, you know, sunshine and rainbows and everything's, you know, very nice. It's just, you know, sometimes you need to get stopped out. You need to give it a bit back to the market. And it's something that I wanted to explain, okay, in today's live stream. So overall, I want to go through the comment section. I want to zoom out on Bitcoin, analyze the higher time frame scenarios, you know, to say, you know, where are we, right on higher time frame. I don't like too much really high time frame technical analysis because I like to focus on what is happening the last few days, what is happening between last week and this week, right? Where can we see the levels today, the different reactions as a day trader? Because higher time frame analysis, anything can happen next week, right? We can look at the probabilities, but we do not know if something very nasty is going to happen tomorrow regarding news or something very good. So there is the bullish case and the bearish case regarding the waves, Elliott wave theory, the 4-year cycle halving, right? Everything points out that we should be getting at least one more all-time high. The bullish market structure is still intact till it's not, right? When you realize the price of Bitcoin is bearish, well, when you start breaking crucial levels of support and market structure, right? But maybe that is the moment to not become bearish, right? When you already get the dump, it's like, oh, Bitcoin's bearish, right? And it's like, hey, you're late, my friend. We've dropped from much higher levels. So higher time frame for me is, you know, anything can happen, guys. Regarding technical analysis, we could say that yes, you know, the overall trend is bullish, the market structure is bullish, Elliott wave theory is leading more the bullish side than the bearish side. So yeah, higher time frame, it's like, for me, it's a 50-50. I'm leaning more bullish, but to be honest, for me, lower time frame technical analysis, at least the technical analysis that I use, the indicators that I use, you know, and tools, is much more accurate than higher time frame technical analysis, in my personal opinion and my experience. So let me go quickly through the comment section. I can see Mariella here in the comment section. Thank you very much for joining. Today's going to be a little bit of a slow one. I'm going to keep it short, sweet, not going to be 2 hours. Went through my CrossFit session. I'm exhausted. I need some sleep, guys. But I'm going to go through the comments, probably take a look at a couple of altcoins from the community. But let's focus on higher time frame technical analysis. Easy stuff to understand, Elliott wave theory and market structure. We're going to take a look at a little bit of the news and zoom in on lower time frames, right? Such as the 15-minute time frame, and focus on, okay, what is the major levels? If you haven't checked out today's video update on YouTube, we do talk about the 1 hourly, the 4 hourly time frame, and the most important levels of resistance and support on higher time frame to take into consideration. Okay, I go in detail in today's 10-12 minute video update, guys. I go straight to the point. If you want that information, you have the video update, okay, as well. Nice, short and sweet for those people to understand, okay, what are the higher time frame important levels that we're very likely going to talk about in today's stream. I feel like I'm talking and I'm spitting too much stuff without saying anything, guys. Let me know in the comment section. Okay, so anyway, let's talk about the daily time frame here, all right? Let's go a little bit through Elliott wave theory. I want to know, you guys, is the Bitcoin top in, okay? Is the Bitcoin top in? And we are starting a bear market. Let me know yes or no. It's just like a very aggressive poll. Is the top in for Bitcoin? Let me know. And yeah, is the top in for Bitcoin? And we're going to get into a bear market, right, in the next 6, 12, 18 months. Is the top in for Bitcoin for the next coming months, guys? Let me know yes or no. No way. We got a lot of people saying no way, it is not in. Yeah, interesting poll just to see the sentiment of the public, of the people, right, of the community. We'll be taking a look at that right away. So let's say hello to the people in the comment section. Then we're going to go through quickly higher time frame technical analysis, easy peasy, bit of Elliott wave theory, and then we'll be zooming in the lower time frame, guys, where we have the juice, where we can look for opportunities today, tomorrow, right? Let's see if we do find those levels and those levels of confluence, because yesterday was so good, guys. Yesterday's live stream, my goodness, I really was in the zone. Yesterday I was in the zone. I had so clear their invalidation points. We take this high, we are coming up to $61,000, guys. I don't care, it's gonna happen, right? I'm sticking to the invalidation levels. This for me was the invalidation low. This for me was the invalidation high for the bears. We claimed that high. Still bullish, even though we had the volatility. We had the beautiful bump and run pattern that played out extremely well. So very good in the zone yesterday. Right now, this price action is very disturbing. We'll be zooming in on that in the next coming minutes when we do take a look at higher time frame legends. Okay, so remember to smash up the like button, guys. Smash it up. It only takes 2 seconds. If you are here, is because you want to see me and you want to smash the like button, guys. I really like seeing likes. You know, when I go to bed and I see the video is, oh, it's only 200 likes. But when it's 400 likes or 500 likes, I like, yeah, you know, it's much better for me, guys. So let's go right away. Comment section. MK1 Alexander, what's up, my crypto legend? Right over there. Gold Star. Hey, Gold Star, a very legit supporter, follower, learning technical analysis and trading. Absolutely love you. Like, smash, sir. Gold Star, how are you doing? Alan, hope you're good. I hope everybody is doing well. Valerie, aloha from Hawaii. Very legit follower as well. Balaz, how are you doing? Frank, Frank, guys, smash the like button. Moonboot Boy, we got Seb, my good old friend from Mallorca, Spain. Good friend of mine. I came for the pump, stayed for the dump. Absolutely. Andy, my man, let's see BTC to 63K, then dump to 40K. Maybe not 40K, but overall I would expect a dump after claiming above $63,000. But maybe we're going to front run all of this, guys. We are going to talk about the levels, guys, and remain patient. I'm going to look more for a day trade to swing trade that might last a few days than scalping. Got into a scalp today, got stopped out. I'm going to chill, reanalyze the situation, you know, go to yoga, you know, have my chill tea and, you know, just do a bit of meditation. And then we'll analyze the next trading setup with the Legends trading community, of course. What do you think about Lunk? Yeah, no opinion on Lunk. Lunar Classic, no opinion. Faris, how are you doing? Alexander, hello Legends. I hug you, Andy, for teaching me every day. Alexander, thank you very much. I hug you too. Reward Quant, Andy, my man. Let's see BTC at 63K, then 40K. MS Melanie, good morning, everyone. Jeffrey, Gold Star. And Andy, is this a retest on larger time frame of downsloping line? On higher time frame, on downsloping trend line, on higher time frame. I mean, we do have this one. I'm not sure if you are talking about, yeah, not sure which one you're talking about on the lower time frame. Not from this one anyway, here locally. Waiting for the drop below $50,000, says David. Very possible. I think there is a higher chance in claiming $63,000. Okay, we can explain that before going to lower levels. All right, but if we do come up here, like I explained in today's video update, yeah, would be expecting a kind of a three-wavy structure and struggle very much here in between 65, 66. If we do manage to get up there, I think that would be an epic short trade. Okay, because there's a lot of people going to be bullish. There's a lot of resistance at that zone. And, you know, I wouldn't expect the price to push through here. Okay, we'll explain that in today's live stream. It was explained in today's video update if you want to check that out, guys. Okay, it's just 12-14 minutes and I go briefly into the higher time frame levels of resistance and support. Okay, what we need to see. Right. Enough comment section, because if not, it's just gonna be too long, guys. Mariella, thanks for joining. Bring home, how are you doing? Stocks dumping, yeah, as well. Stocks dumping. We got a little bit of a dump today. We actually at support on the stock market, but it is dumping. You know, we are getting a drop here on the stock market. Alpha Blockchain, Zindagi, how are you doing? Jason, Treston, everybody. Destiny, this doesn't cost you a dime. Smash up the like button. Thank you very much, Destiny. Sub, like it up, fam. One of the best humble persons in the community, says Sub. Thank you very much, my man. I really do try my best. What happened to Matic? I don't know what happened to Matic. I know that Matic, there is an altcoin, guys, that I'm considering adding to my portfolio. That is ICP. I think ICP is already good at DCAing levels. I think ICP is gonna see the selling pressure get exhausted right there at this zone in between $5, $6, $7, $8. I'm really considering. I know this is a great crypto project, very legit, very strong one, and it's one that I'm considering. But someone is saying, what is happening to Matic? Let's take a look at Matic. I know Matic did. Yeah, Matic's getting a little bit of a pump. It's been pumping for the last few days, so it's doing pretty well. What happened to it? Well, it's just dumped too much. Matic dumped too much the last few months, so it's about time to get a bounce. It's about time. So let's focus on Bitcoin. Hey Andy, I'm glad it wasn't up when the stock market opened. Hit the long yesterday though. Absolutely phenomenal. Yes, absolutely phenomenal. Who got into a long yesterday regarding the bump and run pattern, regarding the analysis, the bullish case scenario? Yesterday was an absolutely epic stream, guys. Trading is an extremely complex and boring game, guys. It's very complex and it's very boring. You need to be hours analyzing the highest probability scenario, and never forget your risk management. Never forget your risk management. Every day is day one, no matter if you have 20 years of experience trading and doing analysis. Every day is day one, guys. And every day I look for the different possibilities, the invalidation levels, realizing that, you know, this could be definitely a bullish case scenario, right? So, you know, analyzing where we could have stop loss. The projection targets look very juicy. You get the deal, right? You get the deal. It is very, very hard to analyze, you know, what the heck is going on here right now, and focus on the levels and what are the highest probability scenarios, right? It's like new data every day, every minute, and you know, you just need to stay very, very focused. This is why doing a bit of exercise every day, eat healthy. You know, I've had a steak and some pineapple and a banana for dinner. Right, very boring, but it helps. You know, if I do have greasy food, hamburgers, which I love, pizzas, you feel tired, you're not focused, and in this game you need to be very, very focused, very, very focused. It is not easy, okay? So you know that, guys, you know that. What am I explaining here? Let's go right away and stop talking about my personal life. Let's go right away into the technical analysis and focus on higher time frame, guys. Higher time frame. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. You have the extreme bearish case scenario. Okay, let's talk about the bearish case. Let's give those bears a little bit of a hopium, hopium to get the price to lower levels. The bearish case scenario regarding Elliott wave theory, which is very, very disturbing, is that we have this bear market from 2021 to 2022, right? Late 2021. A three-wave move down. A three-wave move down over here in an ABC. And all of this that has happened during 2023 and part of 2024 has been an ABC as well, okay? Creating a possible flat, even though I would expect another high, okay? When Bitcoin does manage to hit all-time high again, I am considering selling some of my Bitcoin just to stay on the safe side. We do know that a recession could be around the corner. Now, you know, this recession thing has beaten me up, right? And I haven't taken enough profits since I started investing in Bitcoin and crypto back in early 2018. I haven't taken enough profits. I am fully in crypto and I've got a lot in crypto. And without a doubt, the next runner to the upside, I'm going to consider taking some profits, guys. You know, I've changed a little bit my strategy. Not all of it. Just going to consider taking, you know, maybe selling 20% of my entire Bitcoin stack as soon as we hit all-time high. All-time highs are there to take profit, guys. Once an asset, you know, something that you have been buying at extremely lower levels, right, during a long period of time, once you are at all-time high territory, you need to consider taking some profits, right? Yes, we have all of this hopium target of Bitcoin to 100K, Bitcoin to $300,000 this cycle, right? And all of these big balloon target zones that, let's stay grounded here. We very much know that the world, US economy, we are, you know, that there are some cracks, okay? There are some cracks and there's no quick, fast, you know, solution for all of these cracks that are happening, right? So we always need to consider the, you know, if the market is giving you profits, I know we want that 50x, 100x, Bitcoin obviously is not going to give that to us. We always need to consider taking those profits if you have been buying at much lower levels and you have got a really good return, right, on your investment, because there's nothing more painful than riding a bear market for a few years, right? We do not know how far the price of Bitcoin can go after hitting all-time high. It makes sense that we are going to hit all-time high based on the analysis, whether it's going to be creating an ABC flat here, okay? Anybody that is not aware of an ABC, and I would expect a running flat. I wouldn't expect Bitcoin to go below $15,000. I think that is very unlikely. If we are going to create a flat scenario, it will be a running flat. Anybody that is not aware, let me just explain here what a running flat is based on Elliott wave theory. There's different type of flats, of course. You got the B wave that actually doesn't get above the start of the A wave. You got the expanding flat, right, which is getting the B wave well above the start of the A wave, which would be this case. And the C wave coming all the way down to the A wave. That would be bringing the price of Bitcoin back down to $15,000. I don't think with the amount of interest of buying Bitcoin cheap, we would manage to go down there, okay? We're talking about bearish case, okay guys? We're going to talk about the bullish one right now. Don't worry, that doesn't mean that I'm bearish. We're just talking about the scenario. The most likely scenario that would happen if we were to enter a small bear market, right, for the next coming months, actually dropping down sub $50,000 and $40,000, would be a running flat, okay? Just because of the amount of interest that there is of buying Bitcoin at cheaper level by institutions, right, businesses, you know, even countries right now, nowadays, would be a running flat, right? Where you get the B wave slightly above the start of the A wave, and then the C wave does not manage to get below the A wave, right? That would be the likeliest scenario if we were to get into a bearish market structure. We get in the recession kicking in by the end of the year, beginning of 2025. We never know about that, but that's what would trigger this ABC flat, okay? Which definitely is on the cards, right? Where you would be looking at a 5-wave move here to the downside, probably this being a contracting diagonal, and you're getting that last leg up here, last leg down here in that C wave, right? So I would expect here another high, even though if this could be the case, I would be expecting another high, just because inside of this C wave, it is very disturbing. It is very disturbing because we've only formed proper 3 waves to the upside. Let me just explain that right over here. Since we've had the bottom back in November of 2022, this has to be the clearest, you know, 1 wave, 2 wave that there is, right? You have clear 5 waves and you have a clear flat structure here, starting from April the 23rd down here to September, right, of 2023. It's extremely clear that you have formed here 5 waves to the upside, and you formed a really nice, you know, bullish flag ABC flat structure right over here. So it's crystal clear that this has been an ABC flat, okay? So coming with that conclusion, that is a wave 1, right? That's a wave 1, that's a wave 2, or that's an A and that's a B. Now inside of this C wave, right, when we do take a look at the low, all of this has been an impulsive move on a higher time frame, also forming a flat structure right there. All right, that's an expanding flat when we had the ETF approval, right, where you get the price, you know, moving above here and moving back below, forming that flat structure. Okay, so in this scenario, what we do see is that wave 1, right, that wave 1, that wave 2. The wave 3 being very large. This 4th wave, without a doubt, is getting extremely long, but 4th waves are much longer, okay? Double, triple the timing from the 2nd wave most of the time. So overall, we need to say, okay, this is good. It's, you know, it's still valid. A 4th wave is usually very, very large in time compared to the 2nd wave. And this comes to the conclusion that we should get at least 1 more high, okay, being very explosive, right? Very explosive or very double toppy. So it wouldn't make sense for the market to actually top right over here, okay, without getting 1 more leg to the upside to all-time highs. Now, that is the bearish case scenario. So this would be the C wave. This is why I'm definitely going to consider taking some profits on Bitcoin at this area, give or take 65, 80K, right? Might hit 90K, but we would be expecting a pretty deep pullback, either in the bullish case or the bearish case. If this is the bearish case where we're forming an ABC flat, right? Recession starts kicking in here at the beginning of 2025 after, you know, Donald Trump or, you know, Harris gets elected. They're trying to avoid the recession. So we might see the pump into November, into the end of the year. October, very much well known as Uptober. September is not too great. October is usually very good for stocks, for crypto. It's been one of the most bullish months since the existence of crypto. So October has the famous name of October. Would expect October to be bullish entering into the elections, right, in November. So they don't want to have a recession before the elections, right? So that brings me into the conclusion that, yeah, in between September and October, we should be seeing that leg up to all-time high. If this were to be the case, like I said, the bearish case would be this one. You've completed 5 waves into the C wave, game over for the next coming months, and you're going to get a pretty decent pullback for the next coming months, right, between 2025 and 2026 potentially. That would be like the most bearish case scenario for the price of Bitcoin. Obviously, the bullish case scenario changes completely. The bullish case scenario changes completely. Usually cycles take longer every time. They're not exactly 4 years, okay? They usually are slightly longer for a few months. So in this case, what we're looking at on the bullish case scenario is this right over here has been an ABC expanded flat, all right? And what we are forming right over here is the impulsive move of the bull run, right? Which is this being a wave 1, wave 2, extremely clear. And this being the wave 3 that has not completed yet based on the 5 waves that we have, right? The 3 waves that we have, sorry. So what we can count here is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should be getting one more leg here to the upside to hit all-time highs. Now that is why I'm considering taking some profit, because yeah, without a doubt, I would see this 3rd wave that hasn't been finished, and we could be getting a pretty nasty deep corrective move. Well, the 4th wave can retrace all the way down to the 382, just the 382 Fibonacci, okay? Preferably the 50% most commonly. So if you do get that leg up, we don't know where exactly it's going to top out. But overall, the 382 could be the bottom, maybe the 50%. Right, as long as you don't get to the 618 and obviously down here, then obviously we'll be have to talk about the ABC flat scenario, right? ABC flat, right? Recession, Bitcoin below 40K and maybe even hitting $30,000 levels. Then we'd have to come to the conclusion that, okay, guys, this is the ABC scenario flat, and you know, that's basically it, right? This would be a good zone to start accumulating, right? Even though you would have to accept that this is bear market, then everything resets again. Okay, well, let's start buying up again and make sure to take profit on the next bull run, right? As we're going up to all-time highs. Regarding the bullish case scenario or the bearish one, right? And obviously this 5th wave can be very explosive, going to 100K or 150K. You know, we never know how explosive that 5th wave could be if the bullish case were to play out. So just to stay on the safe side with this conclusion, you know, I'm personally going to take a little bit of aggressive profits here once we get up to all-time high. Just understanding that we could be in the corrective 4th wave for the next months ahead, or we could actually enter a big, large bear market in this ABC, okay, flat structure, right? The running flat. So it would make sense to say, okay, you know, let's take some profits. If the price were to absolutely skyrocket from here, well, we haven't taken all of the profits. Well, I haven't taken all of the profits. something to consider, guys, right? I am a Bitcoin moon boy. I do see Bitcoin hitting $500,000. It's not going to happen this year or next year. It's just not going to happen anytime soon. So, you know, overall, I would be happy to take profits. And if we do get a deep bear market, right, into 2025, 2026, then obviously have spare cash to accumulate more on that bear market. So just a little bit of my conclusion here, guys. Very a lot of uncertainty at the moment. I want to know what you guys think of the bull run. We've only got less than 200 votes. I'm going to say that the top is not in. 68% of people say that the top is not in, guys. Obviously, this is worrying. This is very much worrying. I would rather prefer to see 70% of the people saying yes, that the top is in. But most of the people say that no, the top is not in. I mean, we do have 35% of people that say that yes, the top is in for Bitcoin. There's a lot of people that, you know, are very, very bearish and understand where Bitcoin is at the moment, right? And the market and the economy and the situation globally. So this is, yeah, without a doubt, it's very disturbing. Very, very disturbing. So yeah, that's the analysis. I would really expect all-time high, guys. Unless everything starts crashing down, then we would have to come to the conclusion, looking at Elliott wave theory, that there's been a very small wave one here in this area, right? And this has been the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there, and you've had a mini tiny weeny wave one over here, which you know, obviously it wouldn't be an invalidation that you cannot count this wave one. You know, there's no there's no rule about the length of the wave one. Okay, regarding timing, it doesn't look that bad. But yeah, you would have to come to that conclusion, right? Which I don't think is the case. What worries me about as well, guys, is all the hype that we do have, right? Something good is the Bitcoin halving, right? When was the Bitcoin halving? Just a few months ago, right? The Bitcoin halving happened here. But like somebody said on the live stream, Bitcoin never hit all-time high on the previous cycles. Okay, it never happened. It's the first time after the few cycles that we've had on Bitcoin that Bitcoin actually hit the previous all-time high from the previous cycle. So what if we are front running? I'm not becoming bearish, guys. Don't worry. I'm just a trader and an analyst that looks at both case scenarios. I'm actually bullish, and I would expect all-time high, like I explained, one more time at least. But you need to obviously think the differences that there has been from the previous cycle, right? Bitcoin never hit all-time high before the halving on previous cycles. What happens if this has been front run? When did the ETF get approved? It got approved all the way down here. Have we already seen the hype? Okay, and these big institutions and the institutions, the big players, basically, they are happy with a 50% return on investment, especially if it's been less than 1 year, right? They make on average 5-10% returns, right, with stocks and you know, different assets. And Bitcoin is the magic, right? If they made 50% profit in 1 year, it's something that we definitely need to consider, guys. Okay, we need to think about the big players. The big players, they are very much happy with an 8-10% return in the year, in 1 year. For us, it's BS, right? If we have $10,000 and I made $1,000 out of 10,000, that's a bunch of BS. I want more, right? So the little guys such as you and me, we want more returns, right? We want to turn 100K into 1 million. We want to turn, you know, 10,000 into 60,000, right? Or 5,000 into 40,000, right? I'm getting into your skin here. But what are the big players? The big players have always manipulated the markets. They've always, you know, been ahead of retail, ahead of all of us. And what I do understand is the big players are very happy with a 10% return in 1 year. They are moving billions of dollars. So if they have $1 billion invested on whatever, and they make $100 million based on that $1 billion that they've invested, they're going to be very happy. They will be selling and taking the profits. They'll be having 100 million profit out of 1 billion. So that's a lot of money, obviously, right? If we invested 10,000 and we only got 11,000, we've only made $1,000 profit. We are going to hold the bags, guys. We're going to hold the bags, right? We want to make 20K or 30K out of those 10,000, right? Obviously, if you did invest down here, guys, like I did, well, obviously you are making that 3-4x. But, you know, this is when the big players started to get in, right? Well, a lot of them did get in earlier, but ETF approval, you know, something to consider, guys. Something to consider. Just being defensive and looking at the bearish case, right? It would make sense, right? It would make sense that they've trapped us, right? They've trapped, you know, all of the crypto investors and Bitcoin investors, because they got in earlier as well. They've been getting in earlier and they've made 50% profit out of hundreds of millions of dollars, right? And even billions. So something that we want to consider, guys. I'm not sure, what do you think? 𝗖𝗵𝗃𝗫, my man, he's here. We need to do a collaboration, guys. I need to do a collaboration with 𝗖𝗵𝗃𝗫. Make sure to smash up the like button. There is a collaboration that we did. Where is it? 3 years ago. There we are. Look at this. This was back in 2021. This was back in 2021 where I did a collaboration. This was back in the 26th of August of 2021. There we are. 𝗖𝗵𝗃𝗫 with his gym in the background with his Pikachu hat. Absolutely epic. We need to do another collaboration, my man. We need to do another collaboration. Love you to have in the channel. I love your shows. Make sure to check out 𝗖𝗵𝗃𝗫, guys. Absolute epic. His live streams they have to be one of the best, not only because of entertainment. He has the you know, great technical analysis, and it's very entertaining. Not like me, I'm very boring, but he's very entertaining. You got, you know, anybody that doesn't follow 𝗖𝗵𝗃𝗫, I'm sure a lot of you do follow him, but go and check him out, guys. He's got to be one of my favorite crypto analysts out there on YouTube, because he provides very solid analysis, but also makes the show very entertaining, okay, and very funny. So shout out to you, 𝗖𝗵𝗃𝗫. Go and check him out, guys. You and Jason rapping. I'm a very bad rapper. He raps very good. He always gets a rap on his live stream, and yeah, he's very good. He always brings a smile on my face. 𝗖𝗵𝗃𝗫, much love to you, my man. Let's talk about. Let's go through comment section. I want to zoom in on lower time frames, guys. We want to zoom in on lower time frames. That's my little bit of my opinion, guys. Kind of feeling bearish today. I'm not sure if you felt it. Kind of feeling a little bit bearish, but no, guys, don't get me wrong. I'm still bullish. Still bullish. I still expect another all-time high to be hit in the next coming weeks. Maybe next coming months. Will we hit one more time sub $50,000 and get another swing failure pattern kind of formation, just like we did the last few weeks, right? Failed auction, bam. Failed auction, bang. Another failed auction, and then rally. We're going to have to see. I would rather prefer a pump here, and I would expect the price to actually come back down very aggressively, especially entering into September, guys. It's just going to be a fat big range of reaccumulation, in my opinion, till we actually get that you know, epic run to the upside to smash all-time highs, and then obviously look for the corrective move. So regarding swing trade scenarios, slightly higher time frame here on the 4 hourly. Make sure to smash up the like button for 𝗖𝗵𝗃𝗫 here, guys. Smash up that like button. He's been here. Man, this stock dump is scary. What is stock market? Is it? Yeah, it's still dumping a little bit. Still dumping a bit aggressively. Obviously, it's not helping Bitcoin on the lower time frames. Not much of a dump when you zoom out. But yeah, let's analyze a little bit here the most important levels. And we can get all sort of levels here, guys. We can get previous day value area high, value area low, previous month close, daily levels, weekly naked point controls. We can get all sorts of different levels here on the chart, and it might look, you know, very, very messy. So the most important ones, obviously, is if we do get above $63,000, which I do think is very much a scenario that could happen in the next coming days. With a drop or without a drop, it doesn't matter. You know, it's just getting ready at this zone where we could be getting some reactions and some major levels, you know, where I would be interested in taking a short trade, looking for a swing short trade. Okay, I don't want to fight the pump. I want to check the reaction. I want to see the rejection at these certain levels of confluence on the higher time frame. And this is where we could get a swing trade ready, right? It's always good to have a swing trade. I never have swing trades ready because I day trade, right? I like to get in and get out. Yesterday's scenario was, you know, the bump and run. What we mentioned yesterday, I was looking to take profit at 61k. We hit 61k. I'm in, I'm out. But you know, this is a swing trade perspective, which I do think could very much play out because there is a lot of confluence, and we do have, you know, some really nice different scenarios that could happen that has been explained in today's episode. But overall, let's talk about them right away. So if we were to claim above $63,000, just for the sake of it, right? I do not know if it's going to happen, but if we do break through, just say that the price breaks through above the highs created on the 8th of August. What is going to be your plan? Are you going to FOMO into longs? Are you going to believe that this is it? You're going to get a lot of FOMO, YouTube, crazy thumbnails and titles that we are heading to all-time high. Now, we are going to have to be paying attention very carefully at certain levels, how we react, okay? Now, the most important one is that $65,000-$66,000 range. And I'll explain why, which has been explained in today's video update, but maybe some of you did not pay attention on that. We will zoom in on lower time frames, guys. I know this is boring, but it's higher time frame important levels, right? So the $65,000 range, okay, is where we have the previous month close, a daily level, and a weekly naked point of control. They're very, very far away from each other. But the exact level where I am mostly interested, that I think will manage to be catched, is that lower high right over here at $65,500. This is the level where I would expect a swing failure pattern, a rejection, and the price could get either a quick move down, okay, and start rolling down very aggressively, or it could hit the level, get the reaction, and have another attempt to break out from it, right? And then look for these local, well, this will be on the 1 hourly time frame, the 4 hourly time frame, right? It's probably going to take a couple of days, but this would be definitely the level of interest to get into that epic swing short position, okay? To come all the way down to sweep up all of these higher lows. That is if we do not roll down from now, right, from these levels, okay? Expecting that momentum to the downside to sweep all of these lows, which would be the take profit area, at least the take profit one regarding that swing trade, and that would be an epic move of $5,000-$6,000. This is a very realistic move that could happen, guys, because it has been explained in today's video update. You would be looking at a three-wavy structure, okay, and you also will be forming a bearish harmonic pattern. What is interesting from the highs of the last week of July to the pivot low is the 7/8 Fibonacci, right, which is a very well respected level. Obviously the 618 got the beautiful rejection, the golden pocket, Golden pocket on higher time frames is, you know, is obviously a great level always. We got a beautiful rejection here of several $1,000s just by the golden pocket from the drop that we had the last week of July to the first week of August, right? The 5th of August, where we got that major panic sell because of Japan and rest of it, right? The yen. So golden pocket got a major reaction. If we move down and we hit the golden pocket and we form a higher low at this area and we run up to the 7-8, I've seen this on higher time frame play out many times. It's a very effective pattern, and somebody that does not know that pattern, it is a bearish Gartley pattern. It's quite symmetrical. We'll be analyzing this scenario where you do retrace from X to A, you retrace to the 618 Fibonacci. That is what has happened just a few weeks ago, right? We have had this move already, right? Which would be this one right over here. You've had that movement and getting that exact rejection from the 618. So when we do take a look at this pattern, we formed that scenario. Now, if we were to rally to that zone, because this is if we break above $73,000, the highs from the 8th of August, I'm very much aware that we could swing failure pattern from here and get a corrective move, guys. But after such a large consolidation here for several weeks where you're forming this round formation, I would personally expect follow through here. I would expect the price to actually pump another few $1,000s. We haven't seen Bitcoin pumping, you know, quite aggressively for a long time, at least for the last 2-3 weeks, right? So I would really expect after this period of time that we did have the last few weeks, this consolidation, this large range, that we could manage to get that push up, right? That follow through to the $65,000 range. And that's where I come to the conclusion of big level of resistance, right? This is going to take time. It's probably going to take a few days reacting at the 7-8 Fibonacci. It's probably going to take a few days reacting at that level. It's not going to be a scalp. You're not just going to hit that level and get a major dump, right? It's going to be complex, right? You're going to be choppy. You're going to test it again. That's the moment where you do create, just like here, guys, we got into an epic short right over here at $70,000 range. If you haven't checked out the live stream, you just need to go to the 29th of July. We talked about this short trade. Let's talk about that short trade. That short trade was epic, but it was not easy. It was not easy. We were talking about this level for many days, even a couple of weeks. We were talking about legends. This is the value area high of the range. This is the 0.88 Fibonacci. This is the, it was a huge level of confluence. We were talking about a swing failure pattern. Go and check out that live stream, guys. Only joking, but just want to make you understand that we were very much aware of this. I will be doing live streams anyway, okay, once we hit that level for the potential trade. But just so you see how the price reacts on the higher time frame, we had two levels to trigger the short here. And it was not easy because look at the price action. You come up, major dump, you come up here again, major dump, and you start getting choppiness here for several hours, even a couple of days if I'm not mistaken, forming local double tops, right? When we go to the 1 hourly time frame and we take a look at this price action, it's choppy, right? The market structure is bullish, and you're hitting this high, you're getting choppiness, you're wicking back above. Not easy, right? Not easy. You're in doubt. Where do I put my stop loss? Well, we had a plan. We had a plan right over here. And our plan at that level, sorry, this was this price action, yeah. Our plan at this level, yeah, my bad. I was talking about that price action right now. Yeah, this area right over here, right? Very choppy, a lot of wicks testing the highs, right? So you're like, where do I short? Where do I put my stop loss? I mean, if you're looking for a swing short, your stop loss doesn't need to be extremely tight. You need to give it a bit of room, right? Because you're targeting much lower levels in the next coming days and weeks. But it got choppy, right? It gets disturbing. The market structure is bullish. You do think that this might be a little bull flag. You're going to continue to the upside. But we had a plan. We had a plan here. And I know a lot of you guys potentially got into this stream, into the trade. If you're an old follower from the last few months. Our plan here was, right, value area high from this entire range, the 0.88 Fibonacci from this entire drop. And there was two levels. There was a clear plan that I said, guys, a sweep of either this lower high or this lower high. I don't care about this movement down here. I'm interested in this level where we have the value area high and the 0.88 Fibonacci. And we also had the lower high resistance trend line that was not quite hit. Okay, but overall we were having that, lower high resistance pressure, saying, guys, we should not break out here from this level. We're likely going to get that resistance. But the trading plan here to manage risk was these two pivot lower highs. This is our guidance for our stop loss. And there was only one taken, right? There was enough. We either take this one or this one, and we pull the trigger. And we tapped that level, got into the short, okay? Didn't get the best entry. It was around about 69,700 or so. But overall, looking for that major drop, and did take most of the profits down here with this leg down. Didn't ride it all the way down. But overall, it was a very, very good large move to the downside. So, and that was basically the strategy. The main reason why I'm talking about this old thing that happened, right? This old trading setup that was mentioned on the live stream is because I want to get you prepared for this next level, right? I want to give you examples on the high confluence levels, right? Where we could trigger that short trade, where we have this huge amount of confluence like we had right there back in June, right? In July. And that is obviously these pivot highs. We got some clear higher time frame, lower lows and lower highs, right? Before this major drop that happened the first week of August. And these lower highs right there, okay, it's a classic level where you would get that wick, okay? You would get that wick to the upside above these highs. That is where we do have the daily level, and we have the Gartley pattern right at the 7.8 Fibonacci. These higher time frame Gartley patterns, they are extremely effective. I rather see a higher time frame 4 hourly Gartley pattern than a 5-minute Gartley pattern, right? Higher time frame ones are much more effective, and that is more for a swing trade setup. And the 7.8 Fibonacci is exactly where we have the daily level, okay? And we have these lower highs. And usually when you cross the 382 Fibonacci, you would aim to go and hit the 50% Fibonacci. So you can see here from this major drop, okay, just a brief explanation. If we do get above 618, I would really expect the 7.8 to be hit. The amount of resistance is not too much here once we break above the highs from the 8th of August, which is at 62,800. So this is an easy zone. We got the previous month close at round about 64,600. I wouldn't expect much resistance. I mean, we could get a bit of resistance there, get a bit of a reaction, but I would expect higher. I would really expect that 7.8 Fibonacci to be hit, because Fibonacci levels, they are absolutely great. They are respected, and if they are broken, you will go to the next Fibonacci level. I can explain it with this major drop that happened, okay, the first week of August. You can see this major drop, and I've pulled Fibonacci from this high to this low on a higher time frame. Let's take a look at the first most important Fibonacci retracement, which is the 382. The 236 is very shallow. It's usually broken, no major reaction. The 382 is usually the first big major Fibonacci retracement. What happened with the price after the dead cat bounce? You got a reaction at the 382. We did get the reaction. We did drop here, a couple of $1,000 from the 382. If you do break above the 382 Fibonacci, the next level is the 50%. We did get a very, very small reaction at the 50%. You can see that small little red candle on the 4 hourly time frame. The price did stop for a few hours at the 50% Fibonacci. It didn't just slice through. Okay, so we did get that reaction at 50%. Now the next level, obviously the most important one, the golden pocket. Golden pocket, absolutely epic. You know, we just hit that level a couple of weeks ago. That is where we got a pretty decent pullback. Okay, so golden pocket obviously being the strongest and most respected Fibonacci retracement. We did hit it and we got the pullback. So, and what I want to make you understand that once you break a fib level on higher time frames, you're likely going to go to the next one. Okay, and the next most important one after the golden pocket is the 7/8. When we analyze this scenario, if we break above this level, I would, you know, could we double top from here? You know, it could happen. It could happen, but I'm really skeptical on that double top. I think we are going to pump a few $1,000s and manage to hit 7/8 Fibonacci. Okay, so it's a dangerous zone to speculate on a swing failure pattern. Without a doubt, it's a higher time frame high. So yeah, a quick scalp short, okay, a big pullback and be defensive with your stop loss is without a doubt a scenario. But I do think that the higher lows are going to maintain. You're probably going to get that pullback and then you're going to, you know, follow through here till you hit the next important 7/8, important Fibonacci level, which is the 7/8, right? So I love the confluence. It makes complete sense that the corrective move that is likely going to happen at 65,500 is going to be of several $1,000s. Okay, now we need that swing failure pattern. It's probably not going to be easy. You might get one pullback, you might get another attempt, you might form a double top, then a lower high, and then rolls down. It's not going to be easy, but if you are looking for a swing trade, the only thing that you need to do is, hey, if this is going to play out, I'm going to manage risk. I'm just going to enter that short. I'm going to put a limit order and I'm going to put stop loss round about the 0.88 Fibonacci, because if this harmonic pattern plays out, which makes complete sense as well based on Elliott wave theory, based on the possible ABC move right there, a 3-wave structure, big confluence. If this Gartley plays out, you are at least going to hit the 618 Fibonacci from the pivot low of the C wave to the 7/8. Okay, so the target zone, the first target zone, and the price could drop to much lower levels. I've got a very messy chart here. We can't see anything. Let me just delete these levels 1 second. The first target zone of this Gartley harmonic pattern is the 618 Fibonacci, which is coming down to $59,000. So that is coming from $65,000 range all the way down to $59,000. That would be kind of your first take profit zone. And the next take profit is the C wave here from the harmonic, which is down at 55K, and the ultimate target zone obviously coming back down to the lows. So yeah, it's definitely a possibility. I do see the price obviously breaking out as well, guys. Okay, so it's going to be a level that we'll be analyzing on live streams and video updates. Don't worry about that. Okay, I'll be explaining what I want to see. You know, what would be the next trade, where I'm going to put stop loss. You know, where am I targeting? It's a higher time frame, high confluence level, based on the waves, based on the timing, based on the harmonic, based on many factors, that this is without a doubt a rejection point that could get a significant drop, especially if you do maintain these higher lows right there intact, right? It's a classic sweep of the lows right there that could happen, and that is the level where it should do so. And this is not a day trade. This is going to take several days, right? Give or take a couple of weeks potentially to play out. So it's just the higher time frame level, guys, that has a lot of resistance that I wanted to share with you, right? We need to talk about higher time frame as well, guys. We mainly just focusing on lower time frames, and yesterday was epic. Yesterday's epic lower time frame analysis was really cool. You know, looking very aggressive day trade scenarios, but we need to talk about higher time frame levels as well. So if we do manage to get above the highs here, I really do expect a breakout, okay? I know a lot of people would believe, you know, it's just going to fake out. It's definitely possible. A higher time frame high is always a rejection point, okay? So you could always double top, but it's you know, you need to be very cautious, because after such a large consolidation, the price could just go. The price could just go a few $1,000s, and you don't want to be caught in trying to short the market. If anything, you would want to try and get into some scalp longs if you successfully break above this level. Now, there is that naked point of control, okay, that we do have around about the $63,200. That is kind of the only strong level that we do have on this at this area, breaking above the 8th of August high. It's basically a point of control from the 2nd of August. Could that point of control be the one that actually, you know, gets the rejection and creates that double top? Well, we're gonna have to check the scenario. But if we do get above that naked point of control is always, you know, if they do break above successfully, you can also look for it to flip as support and continue. And, you know, your stop loss, but, you know, as you get that reaction, potentially even better, you're forming bullish CVD divergence, right? You're getting those higher lows on the price action, lower lows on the CVD. Then obviously you can say, okay, this looks good. I'm entering a long till we actually get to the 7-8 Fibonacci from this drop, like I mentioned, till we form that Gartley pattern. And you got a nice move here of a couple of $1,000s. So you really want to try and look for the sign of strength, and getting above that naked point of control and flipping it as support, without a doubt, would be a scenario. And this could happen in a matter of hours. So we'll be paying attention to that zone on the live streams as well once we hit it. And the other case is, of course, you try and attempt to break it, right? You try and break those highs from the 8th of August. You try and get above the naked point of control, and you create that swing failure pattern kind of scenario. And you struggle very much here with bearish CVD divergence. You're getting a lot of people longing and FOMOing after the breakout, or you may be getting people shorting the market, right? We're just gonna have to take a look at CVD once we hit that zone, okay, and look for the highest probability moves. But overall, yeah, without a doubt, you could actually get the rejection. You get a lot of longs entering here at the highs, and you start forming very aggressive bearish CVD divergence, and it turns out that it ended up in a double top. So we'll analyze that data here once we get to once you know, we'll cross that bridge, right? Once we get there. So yeah, just a little bit of a higher time frame. We'll zoom in now on the lower time frame to see what's going on with the price of Bitcoin. I want to it gets long, guys. When we do proper analysis, it does get very, very long, guys. So but it's education, it's the levels, it's, you know, this naked point of control. Anybody that's not aware, it's the session volume profile. You put it out here on the chart. It's the high volume node that hasn't been hit yet, right? Naked point of control. The main reason why it's naked is because it hasn't been hit, right? So you got it right over here at $63,200. That's from the 2nd of August. So yeah, let's zoom in on lower time frames. I'm a little bit skeptical on. Yeah, let's talk about local levels of support, because I like this formation. I like this formation that we've had on the charts, right? Let's take a look at kind of an arc. You know, I like this. It does look very nice. It's very roundy. It does look like it wants to follow through to the upside here. So yeah, without a doubt, I think the bulls have advantage here. They have more advantage to actually take that $63,000, right? One of the main reasons why that has been explained a few days ago is when you form a range, you have a high and you have a low, right? And when you are ranging, you got a high, you got a low, and you start ranging here for several days, and when you claim the lows of the range without the highs being taken, but the lows have been taken already on higher time frames, there is higher probability that you are going to take the highs of the range. The highs haven't been taken, right? The lows have, in this case, just about a week ago, right there, last Friday. So you have to come to the conclusion that, you know, there's higher probability in sweeping the highs. Why? Because the lows have been swept of the range, right? Just as simple as that. So for the moment, this ascending channel is still very much strong. We're still trending up to the upside here from last Thursday. Higher lows and higher highs. It does look like we want to push through and have an attempt in breaking out that level over here. This is why, you know, I am leaning bullish on slightly higher time frames. I do think that there is a higher chance that we actually hit $63,000 and maybe above than actually coming down to $57,000, $56,000. Okay. However, we'll be analyzing the situation. What would be something bearish for me to believe that we are going to go to lower levels is breaking below this area, right? That will be already breaking this ascending channel. You'll be breaking the structure. Breaking down from here will not look very nice. However, I would speculate on a long position at this area. This was explained at today's stream. The main reason why is because we have these lows, right? The price of Bitcoin loves to claim liquidity at higher lows, right? Or lower highs. It's what happens, right? You got highs, you get the sweep of the liquidity. You got the lows, you get this was a very aggressive one, okay? But you get the sweep and then you get the bounce. So these lows right over there, the main reason why I do like them so much is because we have the value area low of this entire range, right? Value area low of this entire range is where we do have those lows. So even though this will look bearish, right? Breaking down here, changing a bit of structure. This is the zone where the price is likely going to get a bounce. Why? Because it's value area low of this entire range. Value area low and value area high usually get those reactions, you usually get those fake outs. And that's what happens, right? So you would have an attempt in breaking down here, the value area low, sweeping up the liquidity of these lows. And I would take either this one or this one as a swing failure pattern. Boom, get above it and get that sign of strength and that bounce after several hours or a couple of days. So we need the reaction, we need the price stopping, we need the price getting above the level. If we slice through the level, obviously we do not do anything. Any price action beneath these lows, not interested. I need to get the price above it, then I'm interested, right? Same scenarios here. You got this low over here. What happened? You got below it. As soon as you got above it, you back testing the level. That is already a good sign. You can look for a long here, and stop loss doesn't need to be at the low, you know, just round about the middle, just a little bit far away from the value area low, and this back test of these lows is more than enough, right? I wouldn't have a stop loss here, because if you start dropping down aggressively, obviously you're likely going to take that low. So but this was a very large wick, without a doubt. It was a very, very large move down after this breakdown, but you get the deal, right? This is what you want to see to gain confidence. It's a proof of support and sign of strength of the bulls, where you get a breakdown from the low and you come back up and you reclaim that level. You're back testing the level, right? And you get in the rally to the upside. So I would use that same strategy with these lows right over here. Okay, not because only they're random lows, it's the value area low of the entire range, which is usually very strong support and resistance, right? Resistance of value area high. So that's what I would want to see here. It wouldn't look too great on higher time frames. I do see the possibility of Bitcoin obviously coming back up, potentially to the point of control, and getting resistance here and then getting the leg down. Very much possible. Back testing that, you know, the scene of the crime, right? The support of this ascending channel. So it's just some ideas and some scenarios, right? Some levels of interest to actually take a trading setup on higher time frames. So yeah, I like it. I also talked about the idea on today's video update that maybe you have an inverted head and shoulder, which looks very dodgy, guys. It does look very dodgy. You got this this high right there, right? You got the movement down, you come back here to the resistance level, you got the head right there, this spike. You've just hit today that level of resistance, yesterday, sorry. And if you do get that movement down, we need to speculate that it could be a right shoulder, right? Even though you're broken out from this ascending momentum, we need to consider that this is a powerful level, 61,800. We've tapped it 3 times during the last couple of weeks. So yeah, could it be the case that it might just breaks down, gets people very bearish, and then starts recovering, you know, till it actually comes up and hits the $63,000 range? It's a strong level, nevertheless. Will the bounce manage to come back up here after a few days after hitting this level? It really depends on how we react here. If we do get very strong bearish CVD divergence, a lot of people long in here, you know, it all really depends on the next move, right? What is the most important move when you're doing analysis? The most important move is the next one. The most important move in trading and analysis is the next move. What is the most important one? It's the next move. So I do know that this level is a high level of confluence that could get that bounce. But being saying that we're going to come back up to the 61,800 would be very optimistic, right? So we just need to check the next level, which is the most important, which would be the point of control zone, right? Even this consolidation, right, where it's probably going to react here at this area, and it might roll down or it might break through. So this next level will be the moment of decision. But it's a nice little day trade, swing trade setup. This level has been very much respected during the last few weeks. The 57,500. You got a nice bounce right over here. You got a nice bounce right over here. You got a nice bounce back test right over here from this pivot. So it could be a sweep of the lows as you're testing the value area low, and then get that bounce to the point of control. Will it manage to form the inverted head and shoulder scenario? Well, you know, time will tell. Nevertheless, it's a good level. It's a good level to get that reaction. Okay, so just some levels to take into consideration, to put them on your chart, guys. Okay, just higher time frame levels. We got that 65,500. Very interesting. There's a naked point of control. This is going to decide if we are going to actually push to higher levels, or are we going to reject from it and form that double top from the highs of the 8th of August. It's an interesting zone where we need to be analyzing very, very carefully what happens there. And the next higher time frame level that looks very, very good is this one. Being respected, value area low. You got this high taken 3 times that actually could form an inverted head and shoulder. So yeah, that's a little bit of the levels here on higher time frames, guys. Let me just go quickly through the comment section, say hello to the beautiful community. We can take a look at the lower time frames right away, see what's going on. What are the most important levels here that are happening on Bitcoin? Let's go. And yesterday we closed above value area low of the entire range in daily. Today we are back tested it. Are we going up? The value area high, and yesterday we tested the value area low. The value area high, you mean, of the entire range, right? Yeah, yeah, this is also interesting. We kind of just there. Well, yeah. We're not quite. Big volatility here that happened in between yesterday and today after getting the target zone. We SFP'd from the high, right? We did SFP, and we did actually back test this high, legends. This was actually a really good short position. I've just realized right now, because this is a level that was mentioned in the Legends trading community, and I was scared about this level, and scared money don't make money, right? But scared money also doesn't lose money, right? So responsible money doesn't lose money, right? So we're here to not lose as well, not only to win, right? A lot of people come in trading just thinking about wins and wins, you know, and If you don't manage risk, you're going to end up in loss and losses. We actually back tested this high, that, you know, to perfection. Look at this. It failed auction this high right over here, and we back tested the high. This is a kind of a strategy that I use a lot, guys, and I was really not paying attention here on this high. I was just zooming in on the lower time frames. This is how important it is to zoom out a little bit and analyze the local scenario. I did get into a long position from back testing this pivot low right over here. This was a long trade that was mentioned. We were speculating on this scenario being a contracting diagonal right there, and a 1 2 3 4 5, and getting this you know, ABC corrective move right there, back testing this level. We were very much aware of this level bouncing in the Legends trading community, potentially on YouTube on a live stream as well. Can't remember, but I know that on the Legends trading community we were very much aware of that long position back testing this high, because it's a failed auction. You fail to break out and you back test it. I've just realized this now, guys, on the stream. I was really not aware of this scenario. We created something very, very similar. Of course, you are above the value area high of the range, so you might think, oh, you know, maybe this is just going to come down here, but that's already a good take profit zone, the value area high, because it might just, you know, get the reaction and bounce. But failed auction from the highs of the 20th of August, and yeah, it's just, yeah, this was basically before yesterday, and it was just beautifully back tested. And you know what is good about this back test? They actually, you know, I did say, guys, in the Legends community, I am not taking the short. I don't like it. But where would you put your stop loss here? Your invalidation would be above these local highs that we had yesterday, sorry, right? These local highs right over here would be enough to put a stop loss, in my opinion. And the main reason why, because of that, was because we were forming some pretty aggressive bearish CVD divergence from this pivot. We were forming lower highs right over here. And on Bybit, we were forming insane higher highs. So there was a lot of people longing the market here, on Bybit at least. There was a lot of people that had massive bearish CVD divergence. All of these people that longed on Bybit got washed out with this drop the last few hours. So I was saying, if you are going to get into the trade, I would put a stop loss in at this zone, not much higher, because if you break through, then obviously, you know, you're looking at the highs to be taken. You don't want to be in an insane loss, right? So you had the bearish CVD divergence. Massively, huge amount of longs getting trapped. You're long in here after this V shape, and long in late, and the people were longing onto the back test of that failed auction. It's easy to say now. I was really not aware. If I would have paid a little bit more attention on this back test, you know, I probably would have taken the chance. Okay, if I would have zoomed out a little bit and analyzed the situation, but really nice back test from that high from Tuesday with bearish CVD divergence. You know, you're forming aggressive higher highs. A lot of people long in here that just got completely trapped. So yeah, that's right now we're basically kind of in the beneath value area high. We've been below, we've been high, we've been above. After doing this, after so much up and down, I don't trust it. When you up and down the level so much, you know, I don't trust it as a level, right? It comes a little bit irrelevant when you get the volatility on the level. Then it's like, you know, you're not back testing it or anything. You know, this could shoot up or shoot down, so it comes irrelevant once you move above and below it many times. For me, anyway, personally. So yeah, what's going on here with the moderators? Hi Andy, do you think it's worth cloud mining BTC these days? Thanks from Jamaica. Is it worth cloud mining? I think not. I haven't tested it myself. You know, I'm really not a very techie guy regarding the Bitcoin mining. So, you know, I'm not the person to ask if it is worth doing cloud mining on Bitcoin. So yeah, sorry, I can't say if it is or not, but I would personally say no, regarding, you know, the opinions of other people that I do know that have done it. This might be the dumbest question, says Kyle. There's no dumb question here, guys. There's no dumb question, never. Okay. Is there a Discord channel for this trading channel, Andy? Yeah, absolutely. You do have the free Discord down below in the description. Okay, it is the first link down below. Check it. There we have Jason Casper. The first link down below, you get the free Discord. Okay, you also have the paid Discord, which is obviously me, 𝗕𝗏𝗍, and, you know, other coaches providing daily analysis, possible setups, different scenarios. You get very good news and research from our researchers on altcoins, on different news that is happening in the crypto world, not only in crypto world, you know, in the general world. And so you just get a lot of information here, and you do have the free Discord with the first link in the description. Okay, so come and join us. You could always tag me. There's the active community, and, you know, it's all about being surrounded with like-minded people, right? So if you want to join, you have the link down below. 300 likes possible? Absolutely, it is possible. Aditya, thank you very much for reminding the community to smash it up. It's been a little bit conversational, guys, today. I've just talked about some higher time frame levels of confluence and some different scenarios. Haven't focused much on lower time frames. I'm gonna call it a day. I'm going to go to sleep very, very soon. I'm not in any trade at the moment. Just got, you know, beautiful long trade from yesterday, hitting the target zone above $61,000. Small little scalp stop loss, nothing to worry about. And right now in no trade setup. But if you are interested in trading, you're not trading yet on any of these exchanges, Bybit, of course, for me, the #1 crypto trading platform. You have an insane bonus down below, 20% fee reduction as well. But if you cannot trade on Bybit, which I know is a lot of the cases for many people, you do have bluffing, guys. Bluffing, $80,000 deposit bonus. The more you deposit and trade, the more airdrops you're going to get here, and you can use that money for trading, okay? It is a no KYC platform, just with an email and a password. You can start trading in minutes, and they have to be one of the most legit ones because they have proof of reserves. It is very important for an exchange to have proof of reserves, that they do not play around with the client's money, just like FTX did, right? You don't want to put, you don't want to put money on an FTX kind of an exchange, right? So bluffing has proof of reserves that brings that transparency. So very, very legit. And you know, you have the link down below, of course, to claim that bonus as you're trading there. Legends, let's take a look at a little bit of news. Absolutely, 𝗕𝗏𝗍, how are you doing? 𝗕𝗏𝗍 here in the comment section. Go and check out 𝗕𝗏𝗍, guys. Also provides insane technical analysis every single day, good education. He does listen to the community, answers a lot of questions. Go and check out 𝗕𝗏𝗍, guys. 𝗕𝗏𝗍 trading channel right away. He is here in the comment section. Check the daily time frame, Andy. Range from March till now, it's above value area low. Okay, check out the daily time frame. Okay, sorry, my bad. Let's take a look. Let's take off some levels here. Let's clean up the chart a little bit. Hopefully you've enjoyed those higher time frame levels, guys. Today was higher time frame. I think higher time frame is boring. We want to try and look for trading setups today for tomorrow, right? But anyway, it's important to realize, you know, some higher time frame levels as well, right? A lot of the times I try and look for people and analysts that talk about lower time frame levels and lower time frame scenarios. And yeah, not many people talk about local scenarios like we usually do, right? We usually focus on the local ranges that could happen for a trading setup, right? Talking about risk management, stop loss, where we would target, you know, and all of that. But Today it's been a higher time frame, right? A little bit different. Higher time frame. So the value area low, we're sitting above value area low. Okay, I understand. From this range right over here, we're just sitting above value area low from this entire trading range. It could also be that it's trying to break out and it's just getting a lot of resistance, right? But yeah, in my opinion, I think we're likely going to take $63,000, then $56,000 first. First, we're likely going to take 63, then 56, in my opinion. Okay, so could you arguably discuss that we are above value area low? Well, you know, it's very difficult on the higher time frames, right? When we do zoom in, this is why I hate higher time frame analysis. It's just you know, because you could consider that we were above value area low here, right? But then it lost it, but then it got resistance, then it got below, then it got above here, but then it got below again, then you got above, but then it was a fake out, and then, you know, is this the breakout? I don't know. I don't know, guys, on higher time frames, right? And when you get so confused on higher time frames, you know, like me many times, I like to just say, okay, what the heck is going on the lower time frames? What is the price doing here? What are you doing here? You know, what are the levels? Where could we bounce and look for some day trading setups based on the local ranges, right? Just like yesterday, right over here, saying, you know, I like the long here. I like the invalidation point. I like the bump and run. I'm happy by just hitting $61,000. Boom, we get it. I'm out of the trade. You know, then tomorrow's another day. Let's take a look at what happens here. Because it just gets very... You know, is this a successful move up, or you could arguably discuss that this is an insane reaction resistance and it's just not going to it's going to struggle very much to break through and roll down, right? I'm not sure if you're talking about this one. I'm you know, higher time frame, right, on the daily value area low, we're sitting above it. You know, we've been sitting above it here, fake out, back above, back below, resistance, back above. Right now, you know, there's no proper, okay, we're above right now, so we should be pumping. I mean, you could argue we have closed that daily. So regarding your analysis, right, or your take here, that we have got above the value area low. We've closed the daily candle yesterday above it. You know, could this daily candle just be the corrective move and we're going to bounce? For me, yes. Like I said, you know, I am leaning more on the side that we are going to maintain higher low support, and we are going to finally take at some point in the next coming days the $63,000. Now we're going to be coming into the weekend. Fridays have been bearish normally for the stock market, so depending on stock market, on how it behaves, then yeah, we'll be analyzing what happens. Very, very basic resistance support here on stock market. We got the Fibonacci from the movement down here that we've had the last few weeks, and this rally that we've had last week. We got resistance at the point of control here and the 0.88, and where we came back down is at the 7.8 Fibonacci and these highs, right? This is where we are getting the reaction bounce, where we did get a reaction resistance. So that is where we're bouncing currently right now. So yeah, if stock market behaves, right? If stock market recovers and it doesn't get a major dump tomorrow, Friday, it likes to dump on Fridays. So we're gonna have to analyze tomorrow. But I wouldn't count on, based on this, right? Based on we've closed the daily above the value area low of the entire range of the last few months. That means that this is bullish. We are in uptrend momentum, so you know, we could hold. We need to focus on lower time frame analysis, and that I'm going to save for tomorrow's video update and tomorrow's live stream, guys. I'm going to leave you with you know, I haven't even done my analysis on lower time frames after this range the last few hours, so I'm just going to say screw you, Bitcoin. I will analyze the lower time frames on you tomorrow, not today. But we can take a look at some news here together, guys. If you do enjoy being around, let's just talk about some news that is going on. Smash up the like button. Oh yes, we got above 300 likes. You guys are absolutely awesome. And let me take a look at the poll here. Over 700 votes about the is the top in for Bitcoin. is the top in for Bitcoin? We have 34% of people saying yes, 66% of people saying no. So there is quite a lot of people that actually says yes. So yeah, 34% is quite a bit. There are quite a bit of, there's a few hundred people that have joined the live stream today that actually believe that the top is in. Maybe it's a smaller amount, so maybe they're the ones that are right, guys. We need to go against the herd, right, as they say. Let's take a look at the news that is going on. We have Kamala Harris supports policies to expand crypto industry. Is that true or not? I do not support the Democrats. I really want Republicans. I want Donald Trump to win the elections. I think it will be better for the US. I think it will be better for the world. I think it will be better for crypto. So yeah, apparently Kamala Harris supports policies to expand crypto industry. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like her. That's my opinion. We're not here to talk politics. So total BTC future open interest increases by 12% within the last 10 days. CME 9.3%, Binance 12.5%. Constant negative funding rate on Binance. There's more people shorting on Binance than longing for the last 7 days, right? It seems like, oh, it's been going on for weeks, just for the last 7 days. So there is a little bit more negative sentiment. There is a little bit more shorters entering. Could that create a short squeeze in the next coming days and weeks, getting to 63, 64, 65, right? Getting a pump of a few $1,000s. It is possible. This definitely does fuel the possibility of getting a leg up. So yeah, let's see what happens in the next coming days. This is actually, you know, this for me is bullish. You know, get that short squeeze possibility. More shorters on Binance, something interesting to take into consideration. Let's take a look at this. BlackRock right now officially holds more Bitcoin than Grayscale. That was eventually going to happen. They hold over $22 billion at current prices of Bitcoin, compared to Grayscale that hold a little less, right? They've just overtaken Grayscale on those Bitcoin holdings. I mean, nothing much. Guys, we want to be extremely cautious with meme coins. I'm not sure if any of you guys have read this. Andy President Bang, says Mariella. Oh my goodness. Yes. Tortuga, my man, what's up? If you own crypto and vote for Kamala, I don't know what you're doing. Yes. Yes, exactly. I wouldn't trust this at all. Anyway, stay cautious, guys. I'm not sure if you have read this. McDonald's Instagram account post a crypto rug pull after being hacked. Absolutely crazy. There's been a loss of about $700,000. Not you know, there's obviously been much worse rug pulls here. But the official McDonald's Instagram account was hacked. And actually, look at this. Sorry. Oh my goodness. You know, I'm not going to say this out loud. You have just been rug pulled by, thank you for the $700,000 in Solana. Be careful, guys. You know, McDonald's, that seems really cool, right? A McDonald's token. Why not, right? Oh, look, it's on the official Instagram from McDonald's. Let's buy this because this could be the next pump meme coin for the next coming weeks. Crazy stuff, guys. Crazy stuff. This obviously is not making the crypto industry and altcoins a good picture, right? It seems like altcoins are a scam. Apparently, you know, $700,000 worth of Solana has been stolen because of this. And then, you know, if you see it on the official Instagram, you know, obviously this message came afterwards, obviously saying, you know, thanks, you know, the hacker from India. Basically, yeah, it happens, guys. You know, this is why I'm skeptical with meme coins. Very skeptical. So anyway, just stay cautious, guys. But this is inevitable. You know, even I would have fallen for this, investing on this token. If they do post it and they do announce it on the official Instagram, right, from McDonald's. it's inevitable, right? It's just a lot of people would fall for it, right? Like, just like they've had. So anyway, just a note there. Bitcoin is the only solid cryptocurrency out there, and Ethereum and Chainlink, right? A lot of the other ones might not be too safe. You know, nothing is safe in crypto, as we know. A year ago, BTC was priced in at $26,000. Now it is at $60,000. That's a 130% increase. So far, so good. Shout out to you, my man. Good math there. It should be noted that TradingView has purchased 1 million BTC over the past 8 months. Okay? And will be expecting similar returns for like the previous cycles, right? Where we did have 1,000%, okay, return on the previous cycle, right? Bitcoin bottoming out just around about the $4,000-$5,000 range, and obviously going to $60,000 area, over 1,000% return. And you know, I mean, this is pure speculation. What can we say, right? You would expect higher returns on Bitcoin, but there is diminishing returns. Something very interesting, right, that you need to take into consideration for the possible market top here is there is diminishing returns from the bottom of the cycle to the top of the cycle, right? And when you see the previous cycle, right, bottoming out in 2015-16, right, you know, that when they invested, the returns were about 2.3k, right, 2,300. Then when you take a look at the next returns from the previous cycle, was kind of cut in half, right? Now the returns that Bitcoin has had from this bottom of the cycle, right, at $15,000-$16,000 range, has only been 254. But you know, this is kind of a fourth of the returns from the previous cycle. I would expect at least 500%. So potentially, yeah. I mean, this is just pure speculation. We never know. We never know. I mean, this higher time frame analysis and you know, we would expect, right? We're expecting, you know, well, I expect, you know, many things. So anyway, just something to, you know, TradingView, obviously 1 million BTC over the last 8 months, huge amount. Expecting higher returns. Yeah, bull market not over. I do believe that the top is not in, guys, and we're not going to go down to lower prices in the next coming months. Anyway, that's just my personal opinion. My analysis does suggest that. Nothing is safe. Same was previously with shares. So it's just a matter of time and trust. Very true. By the way, same with venture capitals, funds. Yes, sir. Dump it. Are we getting Bitcoin dumping on the lower time frames? It's very, very boring, just consolidating at the moment. Next pieces of news and charts, guys. Something that is not too good, something that really does not look that good, is Bitcoin OTC desk balances, OTC over the counter, that are not in the open market, for miners have increased 70% since June. So the last couple of months, we've seen a big, massive increase on the OTC desk balances, reaching a 2-year high of 368,000 Bitcoin in August. No bueno, no bueno. Last time we've seen these increases, then we've had a pretty nasty correction on the previous cycles. Okay, so this is no bueno. This means that the supply is increasing, obviously, of the miners, and they could get dumped on. We've seen major correction when we see the OTC of miners increase so drastically. It's not usually has been a good sign on the previous cycles, as we can see in the bear market. But we are not in a bear market, right, just yet. You know, this has been the topping areas of the bear market. Right now, you would arguably discuss we are in the middle of the bear market. We've only passed the halving a few months ago. So, but anyway, it's something to take into consideration. We do not like to see the OTC balance of miners, you know, increasing drastically like this, because on the previous cycles, you know, that hasn't brought a good move on Bitcoin. It has been to the downside. Last two cycles, this is bullish, obviously. This is looking at higher time frame analysis and the projections from the previous cycles. Of course, past performance doesn't guarantee future performance. So last two cycles, it took 5 months plus 5 months from the halving to a new cycle high. And this is very interesting because obviously not counting the previous all-time high, but when we had the high here back in 2016 and the halving happened, right? You got a decreasing consolidation market, and it took 5 months to actually hit that high, right? After the halving. When you take a look at the halving from May of 2020, it did take 5 months to break the highs. Okay, so will it be the same case right now? So that does mean that October should be Uptober, right? September is usually not that good. So we might see 49K, we might see a bit of sideways action, might still be boring, right? Between now and, you know, end of September. But then October, we would expect that Uptober. And this is just looking at, you know, previous performance, which doesn't guarantee anything, but it's curious to see, right? Halving happened, you know, nice consolidation, and then finally breaking through. Same scenario in 2020. And could we be in that same scenario right now, right? Where we're just downtrending and consolidating here between 50K and 65K, right? And we're gonna break through, you know, in the next coming weeks, right? Arguably discussing round about October. Interesting scenario, interesting to see. You know, just looking at the past performance from the cycles, it does make sense. Bearish CVD right now. It will be front turned in September. Front turned in September, says down below. 𝗕𝗏𝘆, what's going on? Andy, link just pumped 100%. I know you are lying, 𝗕𝗏𝘆. But hey, well, it has pumped a bit. I'm glad I did buy some Chainlink at the $9 range. Okay, I bought some Chainlink here just a couple of weeks ago. Like mentioned on the stream, I just bought 1,000 more link at this zone. That is up. That is up a little bit. So yeah, it is doing pretty good. It has pumped quite nicely. I haven't checked out Chainlink the last few days. Nice little pump. It's up about 15% from the last few days. Still downtrending though on higher time frames, right? Is this ABC finished? Chainlink is epic, guys. Chainlink is going to bottom out, guys. It's going to bottom out in the next coming weeks at this zone. I don't care what you believe. It's going to bottom out, guys. I'm buying Chainlink. I bought Chainlink. I haven't sold any Chainlink since I first bought in 2019. Not one single Chainlink. When I started buying it at 160. 160 was my first purchase on Chainlink. I still hold all of the Chainlink. Not selling, guys. Not selling. I believe that Chainlink will bottom out here and start rocketing here in a third wave in the next coming months. Not to worry. It might be boring for the next coming weeks, so not to worry. We're just going to have to hold on. And he owns 90% of the Chainlink supply. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I've got a worrying big bag of Chainlink. And that it is starting to be worrying because goodbye many things with that. But I have it like a stock, like a long-term investment. Strong believer in Chainlink. Bank of America partnership with Chainlink. Yeah, Chainlink is, yeah, there's many partnerships, many, you know, roadmap looks insane for 2025. Many developments, big partnerships, real world data, guys, into the blockchain. Proven. It's going to be something big, in my opinion. Let's see what happens. Oh, it just announced. Yeah, big stuff. That's why we're getting that small little pump. Absolutely epic. That's good. Legends, thank you very much. It's been a bit of a chilled Stream boring. We did talk about higher time frames levels on Bitcoin, guys. Go and check that out, the first 20-30 minutes of the stream. I will leave the lower time frames and the lower time frame scenarios for tomorrow's video update and live stream. Thank you very much, everybody. I love you all. Make sure to have a great rest of the day and a great weekend as well if I don't see you. And I'll see you in the next one.